Next time in French.
Okay,
The
deal.
whole interview.
Deal.
Your first show.
First show I ever saw
Yeah.
was Cats on Broadway.
Really?
Yes, I was very, very sick. I had a bad cough. So the whole time, my mom and dad were trying to stifle me from coughing. And I enjoyed it very much. It's not one of my favorite musicals, but being in the theater and watching everybody.
How old were you?
I was probably about 6 years
yeah.
old,
You were
very,
very
very
young.
young. But I just was so enamored by the whole production, lighting, the sound, the singing, the dancing. And so it stuck with me very much so. Through my cold and all.
And what was the last show you saw?
I've been performing so much the past few months, I haven't seen that many. But the last thing I remember seeing was Ian McKellen's one-man show. I saw it in the West End.
Okay.
And it was phenomenal. And it was just amazing to see one man, 80 years old, just have such energy and captivate an audience of all ages.
You didn't find any time to go to see a show in Paris.
Oh, I did see a show in Paris.
Which one?
Crazy Horse.
Of course.
Does that count?
Yes, it counts.
It was unbelievable.
You liked it?
Oh, I loved it. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything. It was so artistically beautiful. I've never seen lighting like that. I've never seen, just the whole production was so inspiring. It inspired me to never want to eat again and work out all the time, but that's a whole totally separate issue. It was so inspiring because it was so beautiful and creative in a way that I didn't expect. To surprise me like that was really nice too, because you think you sort of travel around and you grow up in New York and see shows in London, you feel like you've seen everything, but I've never seen anything like that, and I want to go back again and again and again.
When was the time you thought for the first time, wow?
Goodness.
Or your biggest wow you remember?
It's hard to pick one. Those big musicals, the big popular ones like Les Mis. When I was little, my parents even said to me, it could be a little long for you, a little slow for you. And I just remember feeling like I'd been smacked in the face, but with something good. I was like, it hit me, and I had that wow moment. And I knew that this is where I wanted to be. Whether it was on the stage or in the audience, I wanted to be a part of that.
Do you read the playbill before the show?
Yes, I do.
You check the cast and
I
everything?
do. I like to do that. I find it funny in the United States, in Broadway,
Yeah.
you know, you always get the playbill as you walk in. So before the show starts, you're reading the playbill, reading the program. But in London, you only get the program if you buy it. But it's much better quality, of course, with photos and much more substantial. So I understand why they charge for it. But I went to my first few West End shows just like, well, how do I know what's happening? Where's the playbill? Where's the program? So I had to learn about that. So hopefully everybody will get this playbill. It's a good one.
Do you collect the tickets?
I used to collect all my tickets and playbills. And I live in a lovely but very small New York City apartment. And I had to stop collecting them because it would have filled my apartment.
Is there a show you wish you have seen, but you wasn't born? This question is so
yes, of
confusing.
Course. No, it's a good question. I was too young. I don't even know if I was born. I've always wanted to see those iconic performances like Patti LuPone and Evita, Bernadette Peters and Sunday in the Park with George, and those performances that I grew up listening to the albums or watching videos of, just to think that people were there in the audience watching them. And I have to add to the list Barbra Streisand and Funny Girl. I mean, 50 years ago it was on Broadway, and there are some people that have come to see this production that have seen that one, and I just what was it like? What did you feel? How did she do it? She was so young. So a lot of the big diva performances for those big celebrities. That's what I wish I could see. And also, I would wish I had seen Judy Garland at Carnegie Hall. I listen to the album all the time, but I wish I could have seen that one.
When it's boring, do you leave? Do you sleep? Or do you undergo?
I don't sleep, never. I have left, I won't tell you which, I have left 3 shows in my day. But normally, there's always something I appreciate, because as a performer, you might not like the plot, you might not like the music, you might not like a particular performer or something about the show, but there's always something to appreciate and always something to learn from.
Yeah, you can feed yourself.
Yeah, so unless it was a very special circumstance, which some of them were, then I usually stay and I try to find the stuff that I really can take away in a positive light.
The last question is, could you complete the sentence?
Okay.
When you go to theater, you always have to...
Me or the audience?
You.
Oh, me. Okay.
But as a spectator.
This is a silly answer. You want a silly answer, but it's the real answer.
Yeah, I want the silly one.
Silly but true answer. When I go to the theater, I always have to dress up.
That's silly.
Well, it's silly to me because it seems like it's a secondary thing, I guess. But I think that there's a respect that people don't necessarily have still for the performing arts and for going to the theater. It's a very casual culture. Yeah. A lot of people that come to the theater are tourists. They've been on their feet all day. So I appreciate that people don't want to put on a high heel shoe or something. But I love the grandeur of walking into a beautiful theater like this and knowing that they're dressed up on the stage in their attire for the show, and we should be in the audience with that same decorum. So I do like getting dressed up to go to the theater.
You're right. It's not Netflix. It's an
right.
entire experience.
You can be comfortable in your sofa. You can be comfortable in a movie theater or even at a bar, a lounge, jazz club. But for the theater, put on nice. At least a button-down shirt. Like, very nice.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
No problem.
And have a good stay in Paris. I know you stay longer and longer because the show is so successful.
I'm so
and you
grateful.
Deserve it.
And next time you see me, I'll speak better French.
I hope. Next time in French.
Yes. Okay.
The
Deal.
whole interview.
Deal.
Thank you.